in the game. What's good? What's good? Parish Walker. What's good? Hey, what's good, everybody? I want to welcome everybody to MWA for upcoming creators. This is a podcast for upcoming artists, musicians, businesses, and creatives that are navigating their ways through their highs and their lows of chasing their dreams. So, each 15 to 20-minute episode, we dive into the real life stories of emerging artists and business owners sharing their triumphs, their struggles, and their moments of doubts. Everybody knows that it takes a lot of determination to stick with your craft and what we do. We're going to be letting you guys in on the lessons learned along the way with these artists and the motivation that it kept for them to keep going, even when it felt impossible. Guess what, everybody? We are here to inspire and empower you guys. Anybody here dare to follow their passion? We're here for you. Hey, man, shout out to Creative Grounds and Taste back with open mic nights, man. We want to know about your experience with us. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce the artist of the night, Parish Walker. What's going on, Parish?
Hey, thank you for having me.
How you doing? How you feeling tonight?
I'm good. I'm feeling good. I'm chilling right now. How are you?
I'm good. I can't even complain, man. I just want to thank you for being a part of the movement. Most definitely.
Good.
I'm really
Thank you.
excited to get to all of our questions on tonight. But without further ado, if you're ready, we could dive right into it.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's do it. All right. So I want to know a little bit more about you. I know I had an opportunity to see you in action at a couple open mic nights. So where you from, Parrish?
I'm from originally Los Angeles and I moved down to Ontario around like third grade. So my family's down here. I'm from out here, back and forth, LAIE, baby.
Nice, nice, nice. So, with that being said, like, what first inspired you to like pursue your craft? Was music something that you grew up around, or was it something that you have family that does it? Like, what inspires you to get started with music?
It was church for me, singing in the choir. I really loved music in general, learning in a group of people was really, really cool and singing with other people and connecting with God at first. And then
Right,
long car rides with my grandma or my mom, and I would just be in the back seat listening to 94.7. And I really loved women with deep voices like Anita Baker. And
right.
sometimes I would think it was a man. Then later I would do the research. I was like, that's a woman. Like, oh
That's a
my
woman.
God.
Yeah,
Really, that's so dope. So
yeah.
I
That's
really
crazy.
loved that. And Alicia Keys was somebody that was really important to me because I really
Oh
love
yeah.
Beyonce too, but I loved her because she was a woman that was stepping outside of the sex appeal box. She had the
Hmm.
braids and was all buttoned up, but still really sexy in her own way. So yeah,
Yeah. Alicia Keys had it going on, man. She most definitely left a mark.
so
But okay, with that being said, so once you figured that music was something that you wanted to pursue, like how did you take that leap into getting started with everything?
right. Uh, First, it started off as fun. I would write little songs to instrumentals, like a little Lil Wayne track, and then write my
Right.
own verse to it. Then go to school and like mess around. And all my friends
Mm-hmm.
were like, "That's actually really good. Like, you actually got something." I'm like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
girl got
okay."
talent. Stop playing with her.
So I'm like, "All right." Like, SoundCloud started coming out, so I was like, "Okay, let me
Mm-hmm.
try this." Like, and I would just be in my bathroom with the headphones on the mic on a beat,
Yeah, just
recording
doing your
it.
little ones and
Right.
twos, huh?
Yeah. And then just put it on SoundCloud. So I was like, this is really, really cool, you know? And I just kept on dabbling from there in art in general.
Mm-hmm.
But I did go through a hiatus, so where I was not doing music at all when I was in college and just more
Mm-hmm.
focused on that and
Right.
art and different forms of art. But afterwards, I got back to it. It was always like a goal for me to come back to making
Right.
my own music, but I knew that I wanted to evolve in my artistry. I didn't want to be that same person that I was before, like just writing shit that sound good, you know?
Yeah, most definitely. And it's crazy that you even say that because I feel like as artists, like we all have that point to where we take a step back, not to really like stop what we're doing from music and disconnect, but we like take a step back to like refresh, rebrand, and like get our creative juices flowing. It's just like a renewal. You feel me? While we're on that subject, it's funny that we're even on that subject with taking breaks. How were you able to manage self doubt or burnouts during tough times as an artist?
Right. I just accepted when I felt that I was exhausted. Like, don't try to force yourself to keep
Don't
going
force
if you
it.
feel like you're tired. Just take that time. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes that is genuinely what you need to give you that boost to elevate
Exactly.
yourself to the next level. Like sometimes like focusing too hard on something is going to keep you stagnant or keep you stressed. So when you just take a moment to just do nothing and relax, then it'll come to you and you just come back even harder than you left.
It helps, man, because it's crazy. I just actually just went through that. Like I took a big break from like just the music scene in general for a cool little minute. And it wasn't just to like take a step away from it, like, oh, I'm done with this. It was just like I needed to like refresh my stuff. I needed a fresh start pretty much. I was like totally burnt out. So to take time away from it to just like gain your focus and really figure out what you want with this, it's like very important because focusing too hard on something, you're most definitely going to come into that gauge with that burnout and everything, and nobody wants that. I hated being where I felt like I had like writer's block and stuff. But
Yeah,
after so much time of just like figuring out what it was, why can't I get my creative juices flowing? Like, bro, accept it, like you said, and just
yeah,
chill out. You feel me? I had to learn how to do that as an artist and as a businesswoman. Like, I had to learn how to just relax,
for
so that I
sure.
could keep those creative juices flowing. You
Yep.
feel me? So, Paris, what I want to know next is there a routine or like habits that you've put in place or formed or like gotten yourself used to so that you can stay consistent with your craft?
Hmm. I honestly think just keeping myself in a mind state where I'm not allowing the outside world to influence my mind and what
Go
I
ahead
want
and
to put
preach,
out
yo.
there.
Exactly.
Yeah, like that's what I try to practice the most, like really staying in my own view of what I want to do and not, oh, this is popping right now. This is what they want to hear. So this is what I should write,
Exactly.
you know? So that's really
Stay in your
important to
own
me.
lane. Hey, I hope y'all artists just heard that, bro. Don't be afraid to like stay in your own lane and do your own thing because the things outside of like what you're doing could be so loud, bro. But stay focused on what you're doing. There could be so many people that could come, so many opinionated type of people that come and like could try to take you off track, but bro, just keep going on whatever foundation you built before you even got started with this. Like, I encourage every upcoming artist, keep going, stay focused, man. That's good, Parish. So we're getting into segment 4 right now of our podcast, which is dope. You pretty much made it through the interview with me. I just want to thank you for just participating and being so willing to do this interview with me. It's been a pleasure. You're such a beautiful soul. Like I
Thank
said
you,
at the
same
beginning of
here.
this interview, if you just tapped in, we interviewing Parish Walker, man. Let's get it. But I've had an opportunity to see you perform a couple times, and man, you got it. You feel me?
Thank you.
You
I
most
appreciate that.
definitely got it. With what we do as like artists and performers, to some people from the outside looking in, they some people think we just want to live like this party animal, like hooligan lifestyle. You feel me?
Mhm,
But with some artists, it's more than that. Like
mhm.
there's actual
Yeah,
heart behind like what we do. So with that being said, what's one thing that you wish more people understood about the journey of an artist or a creative?
that it's not always the same or that there is no recipe to get to it. Like each of us have different ingredients that are going to get us to
Right.
that dish, if that makes sense. Like,
Most definitely.
so just because you saw this person do it that way to get there doesn't mean that that's what it requires for other people to get to
Right.
that level, you know? And it's a marathon, not a sprint, like everybody says. So don't think that you have to be the first person to get there running fast
Right.
and stuff. Like, slow and easy really does win the race. And you just got to be calm and patient.
Most definitely, man. This race is not given to the swift nor the strong, but to those who can just endure to the end. Okay? So, artists, entrepreneurs, business owners, let's just endure to the end, man. It's not a rat race. You feel me?
Yeah,
We're not competing with anybody. Take it slow. Do what you
that's
gotta
right.
do and cook up with your ingredients and your ingredients only. You feel me? So I want to know because I've seen you perform at a couple of our open mic nights, and I like what you do. So I'm just curious on how do you prepare for your performances?
First, I like to pick the set that I'm going to do, and then I'll determine whether or not it's a setting where I should be moving around a lot or if it's
Mm-hmm.
more of an intimate setting where I can be more relaxed. So then that can determine what kind of performance I should do. Because I like to dance too, but if it's more of an
What?
intimate, yeah, if it's more of
Okay.
like a small intimate space, then I won't do the most because it doesn't
Right.
call for all that. So yeah,
Right.
I like to just like gauge what I have to do. Then from there, I like to just be authentic and do it unless it was like a big production where I had to have choreography and already
Right.
rehearsed and stuff. But you typically that's not what that is, and I enjoy that I could just show up and be raw in the moment.
Right. So how do you? Not saying that you get nervous, but like this might help
I
some
do.
people. Like, how do you deal with the nerves and the tension and anxiety of performances?
Just do it. Just do it. You got to do it scared, no matter what. Like that's not supposed to define whether or not you go or not. At least to me. So even though I feel that, I know that I'm capable of doing what I'm here to do. And that's why I
Right.
showed up. So, got to do it. And once you get through it, you're not going to be scared at all. That's going to give you the confidence to do it the next time. And then eventually the nerves just stop or limit themselves.
You gotta trick the mind, man. Just do
That
it.
part.
I'm telling you, just do it. That's most definitely true. So, what advice would you give someone just starting out with music or just performing for the first time in front of crowds? Like, what type of advice would you give them?
I think that you should study what you like and really study artists that are similar to your style. Then, after you do that, derail and focus on what's good for you because sometimes we can get stuck in trying to emulate what our favorite artist does versus trying to figure out who we are as well. So
Okay.
that's important. Learn who your audience is, learn what your message is, who you
Mm-hmm.
are, what you want to stand for, what's your brand, what do you want to sell, what do you want people to think about when they look at you. Like those kinds of things. And from there, just be yourself. That's it. People who want to fuck with you will fuck with you, and if they don't, they don't. It is what it is.
Exactly. Exactly. One thing about this artistry, man, you most definitely gonna find out a lot about yourself. You feel me?
Yeah,
You're gonna spend so much time with yourself, and just as being a creative, you're spending a lot of time with your mental. So it's a lot. It's most definitely important to know your crowd, know who you're going for, know yourself, know what you want to deliver. All of that's very important. Once again, if you just tuning in, man, we got Parish Walker with us on tonight. Big shout out to Creative Grounds and Taste back with open mic nights, man. I've had the opportunity to watch Parish Walker perform at a couple of our events, and she's very dope, very talented, down to earth individual. As we get into our last segment of the night, I just want to thank everybody who's tuning in. Big shout out to y'all for showing up, because that's all you got to do sometimes, just show up. So, Paris, you've performed at a couple of our open mic nights, like I've said. Now we want to know what was it like performing at one of our events for the very first time?
super inclusive. You're going to meet a lot of artists who are like minded, just like yourself. So, networking is super, super easy, very, very welcoming. You're going to get up on stage, do your thing, and everybody's genuinely there to listen and support you. So, it's always a vibe.
Most definitely, I love to fucking hear it. I love to hear it. So, what do you think Creative Grounds and like our open mic nights could bring to the community as we grow and progress?
Ooh, that's hard. Y'all do everything already. Mm, I just think keep doing what you're doing. Be more consistent with it. Like even add more locations. I think y'all everywhere. But you can go more
Yeah, most
places.
definitely. Listen, we trying to expand, baby. We trying
That
to
part.
expand, man. Come on, man. We all in this together, man. We all growing together, man.
Mhm.
Listen, so how did you even hear about open mic nights at Creative Grounds?
Hmm. Hmm.
She got to think about that one. Hold
I
on.
really do. It was either my friend Smooth,
Mm,
I think, that invited me, yeah, to the very first open mic night,
okay.
that one. And then specifically for the Creative Grounds one,
Mm.
it could have been Champagne Hermes, to be honest. Yes.
Okay. I was thinking my boy J Double C because y'all was performing together,
Oh yeah, no, he
but
didn't tell me about that one. Yeah.
okay, cool. I really appreciate you for tuning in to this segment that we got going on here. This is MWA for upcoming creators, man. Big round of applause for Parish Walker.
Thank you for
You got
having
any
me.
performances that we need to know about coming up?
I'm going to be performing December 27th. I heard it through the grapevine for Champagne Hermes at the Doll Hut. So pull up. It's going to be a vibe.
Hey, y'all heard it here first, man. She will be performing soon, man. Y'all heard it. Y'all know what's up. We got Parish Walker, man. I want to thank you for your time. I want to thank you
Thank
for
you.
all the information that you provided for our creators and our upcoming artists to just keep going strong. And we thank you from Creative Grounds and Open Mic Nights. And we hope to come see. We hope to see you again. Are you planning on performing at one of our events soon again?
Maybe next year for sure. Yeah, because this year's off the
For
jokes.
sure next year.
All right.
For sure next year. Well, Paris, I'm gonna let you get going. It's been great. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and Happy fucking New Year.
Same to you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. Stay dope. I need some inspiration. Yeah, I need some inspiration. I'm tired of all this faking.